In July 2014, Nigeria witnessed one of the most devastating outbreaks in the history of the country, the Ebola outbreak. It was during this trying period for the nation that a pregnant nurse, Justina Ejelonu, who newly resumed at work, had the very first contact with the first Ebola case in Nigeria. Our patient was Patrick Sawyer, a 40-year-old Liberian diplomat who presented at the hospital with complaints of fever, headache, extreme weakness, and hemorrhagic symptoms. 4 days later, on the 25th July 2014, Patrick Sawyer died, with the diagnosis later confirmed as Ebola. The epic efforts of Nurse Justina Ejelonu alongside other hospital colleagues catalyzed the government's successful efforts in averting a potentially unprecedented outbreak in the history of a country of more than 200 million people. Not only was a major outbreak prevented in Africa's most populous nation, the gallantry efforts of this heroine inadvertently translated to a continental victory for Africa. Unfortunately, a few years down the line, the sacrificial price paid by that young pregnant nurse is as good as forgotten. In recognition of the struggles made during the Ebola crisis, the African Nurse Media Project, dedicated to the memory of the late nursing heroine Justina Ejelonu, is one, among other things, a professional tribute in honor of all African nursing heroes who had either laid down their lives in the line of duty or are daily making huge sacrifices in the life-saving work of nursing across the continent.